Hey, Sid here of the Video Game Crypt with a review of the darkest chapter in the Legend of Zelda series, Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask was released back in 2000 for the N64 and follows the events of its predecessor, Ocarina of Time. The story begins with our hero, Link, wandering solemnly through the Lost Woods on his faithful steed, Epona. Apparently he's looking for his fairy companion, Navi, from Ocarina of Time, though I can't imagine why he'd want to find her.
Hello! Listen!
Stop it! I can't hear myself think! During his trek, however, Link is ambushed by a masked Skull Kid and his two fairy sidekicks, Tattle and Tail. Yeah. These troublemakers swipe Link's precious Ocarina of Time and ride off with Epona. Link hunts these punks down and confronts them, but the Skull Kid uses his mask to cast a spell on Link, transforming our hero into a puny Deku scrub. Skull Kid flees, leaving Tattle behind with Deku Link. The two decide to partner up and chase after the SOB. As a Deku Scrub, Link can do a twirl attack and pop out of flowers, allowing him to hover in the air for a short period of time. You'll also notice that Tattle is significantly less annoying than Navi. She makes a bell sound instead of talking, but still, she can be kind of bitchy at first. Eventually, Link and Tattle reach the exit of this underground area when they meet a familiar face, the Happy Mask Salesman from Ocarina of Time. The creep offers to turn Link back into a human if, in exchange, the boy retrieves the mask the Skull Kid stole from him. The catch? Link only has 3 days to complete this task, so you're always on the clock. That's the gimmick of this game. You only have a little over an hour in real time to complete objectives, but I'll get into more detail later. Link leaves, entering Clocktown, a city in the middle of the land of Termina, existing in a parallel world to Hyrule. You'll find many people in Majora's Mask that look identical to characters from Ocarina of Time. This is mostly just an excuse to save time and money on making new character models, but they're still treated as different characters. You'll also notice that above Clocktown there's a menacing moon with a creepy rape face. Well, coincidentally, that moon is on a collision course with Clocktown and will kill everybody when it crashes. So yeah, no pressure. After doing several quests in Clocktown as a Deku Scrub, Link will finally catch up with Skull Kid on the third and final day. Link obtains his ocarina and remembers how to play the Song of Time taught to him by Princess Zelda. This is actually the only time Zelda appears in this game. It makes me wonder why it has Zelda in the title when she only appears in a flashback. Whatever. Link uses the Song of Time and it sends him back in time to the first day. Using the ocarina, the Happy Mask Salesman helps Link turn back into a human using the Song of Healing, allowing him to become a Deku Scrub whenever he wants by wearing a mask. The thing is though, Link didn't get the mask that was stolen by the Skull Kid, and as luck would have it, this mask is no ordinary mask. It's called Majora's Mask, and it's inhabited by an evil ancient demon that plans to destroy Termina by crashing the moon. So yeah, Link has to save this new world he just arrived at. Man, he never gets a break. Link can do his usual moves. He slashes with his sword, guards with his shield, and can Z-target enemies. You'll find that Link isn't as well equipped with items by himself like usual. He's down to the basics. Bombs, the hero's bow, and the hookshot. There's a few other goodies, but they aren't as useful. This is where the masks come in. Link can collect certain masks in the game that will grant him new abilities and help him progress through the game. A select few will even change his form. Like I said, some masks cause Link to transform. Along with the Deku form, Link can also collect 2 other masks during his journey using the Song of Healing that will turn him into a Goron and a Zora. As a Goron, Link can tap into his inner Sonic by rolling into a ball. He can also do ground pounds and fire punches. As a Zora, Link can tap into his inner Echo the Dolphin by swimming. Zora Link can also unleash his fins like boomerangs and create an electric shield, somehow, making him my favorite form. A core element to Majora's Mask is side quests. A lot of people have problems in this game and they're too incompetent to solve them themselves. Because they're always on the clock, certain quests can only open or be completed at certain times. This can be a problem because if you screw up or miss an event, you have to go back in time and start all over again. This is less of an issue if you slow down time with the inverted Song of Time, which will give you more time to complete tasks. There's also the Bomber's Notebook, which keeps track of side quest schedules. If you go back in time to the first day, you lose everything you're carrying besides quest items. This can be annoying, but at least you can store rupees, the game's money, in a convenient bank for safekeeping. Though it doesn't really make sense. There's also only 2 methods to save progress in the game. Either go back in time or make a temporary save at an owl statue. This is really annoying, but at least you can teleport to the owl statues using your ocarina. Oh yeah, since this is a Zelda game, there's dungeons you'll eventually reach if you perform certain tasks. Majora's Mask has the least amount of dungeons of the series, having only 4. The dungeons, for the most part, are nothing special. Except for the final dungeon, they feel like retreads of Ocarina of Time dungeons, and they all seem to have a mechanism that changes their layout. The final dungeon, however, is pretty fantastic. Of course, if, for whatever reason, you do run out of time in a dungeon, the world ends, incinerating all of Termina, including you. So don't let that happen, okay? Something else worth mentioning is how weird the game is. You can get a mask with a ghost face on it that lets you dance, and you can meet a hand that lives in a toilet that asks for TP. And let's not forget about Tingle, everybody's favorite middle-aged man in tights that thinks he's a fairy. He made his premiere in this game, and of course everybody hates this poor bastard. But he's actually useful in this game because he sells you maps at an affordable price. Majora's Mask is also pretty creepy sometimes. Those eyes. Those soulless eyes. Majora's Mask can either be incredibly hard or really easy depending on if you do side quests. There's some items in the game that make it impossible to lose sometimes. Occasionally you won't know what to do though because of how cryptic things can get. Without a guide telling you what to do and where to go, you'll be saying, "How was I supposed to know to do that?" All in all, despite some flaws, Majora's Mask is a great game in its own right. It's certainly unique, featuring memorable characters and a lot of replay value. It's currently available on the Wii's Virtual Console for $10, so give it a try. Before you beat it, make sure to collect all the masks. It'll definitely be worth it.